So for our inspiration in this project, we came across a picture with a man who was amputated from his arm, and we saw him using a canoe, and we decided to build something like that. And ultimately we made this. And the dimensions of this is, it is a 61 centimeter across the back, and then our wedge that holds it together is a 2.5 centimeters, and then the paddle, it is 9 centimeters long. For the first prototype, we thought that it was just going to be on someone's shoulder with a shoulder pad. But then we thought of a shirt and making a hole through it and making it come down on the shirt. Tried to put the pole just sitting on someone's shoulders, but we thought that wasn't plausible and that wasn't going to stick. So we decided to put it in a shirt with a hole and have it down so that it would stick on someone who was amputee. Okay. For our first testing of the prototype 1, we decided to use our test subject, Brianna, and have her in a pool where she was on a floater and try to paddle through the water, but we saw that with one Tupperware lid wasn't going very far, so we decided for our second prototype we'd put at least 2 or 3 Tupperware lids to make it stronger.
Hello, and today we're talking to Ashlyn Warkey about the ethical considerations of the RoBro. Please welcome Ashlyn Warkey. Hi, Ashlyn.
Hi, Jocelyn. Glad to be here.
Glad you can make it. Oh, so Ashlyn, please discuss the ethical considerations involved in creating your RoBro and the field of disability studies as it relates to your EDDI project. You know, talk about the stakeholders, the respect for persons, the fairness, justice, and the harms and benefits. You might want to address your, how could your EDDI project impact a larger community, those who are not disabled, how might society need to change to address the needs of the disabled? Excuse me. What does it mean to design better humans, and do we want to? And also, should adaptive technology strive to return people to normalcy?
Okay, let's begin.
Ashlyn, discuss the ethical considerations involved in creating your RoBro.
Hi, Jocelyn. So when we began creating our EDDI project, it was difficult to find a creation that would be useful in today's society because people believe that it's only possible to do things if they have every body part and have no mental disabilities. The RoBro will help to impact a larger community by showing able people that the possible can be conquered. For those who are not disabled will learn that it is okay to struggle, but eventually there will be a solution. In order for this dream to be achieved, society will need to encourage amputees and stand up for them even if they are ready to give up. They must also help figure out new inventions to be made and help encourage them. Humans are created to be equal. However, that is not necessarily true when it comes to physical, mental, or social abilities. They are just given the same liberties. There has been a recent question of the redesigning a better human. By doing so, it will mean placing chips in these unperfect brains, which will help them to be smarter and have a more outgoing personality. There is also the idea of fixing fetus genomes so that they will have whatever hair, eye color, skin color, height, etc. that the parents want. There is also the opportunity to remove future diseases, thus increasing life expectancy. This may not always be a good thing if the parent does this to their child. It shows that they are accepting of the idea of ableism. Okay. Adaptive technology should not be used to return people to normalcy. In fact, many disabled men and women do not wish to change. Instead, they are grateful to be alive. However, if a person wants to change, then it's their choice. You agree?
Good. I agree. I do agree.
Okay.
Talk about the laws and policies of the RoBro. Okay, so what are the policies that relate to this RoBro invention?
So the Amputee Coalition is a health organization that is dedicated to make sure that no amputee feels alone and is provided with resources to recover, most importantly, to adjust and live life to the fullest with limb loss. The Amputee Coalition has a policy for the employees and board members to have professional behavior and ethical standards. Here are a few missions of what the organization follows. So 1. Treat with respect and consideration to all people regardless of race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, maternity, marital or family status, disability, age, or national origin. 2. To demonstrate the high standards of personal integrity, truthfulness, honesty, and fortitude in all activity in order to inspire confidence and trust in such activities. Third one is to respect and protect privileged information to which they have access in the course of their official duties. 4, I believe the last one is to serve with respect, concern, courtesy, and responsiveness in carrying out the mission of the organization. And in Amputee Coalition events, you have the right to be treated with respect, personal privacy, refuse having a picture or video taken, expect that behavior violating this policy stops when you first ask, be free from inappropriate behavior, and these are all under the personal rights and privacy policy. There's also an Injured and Amputee Veterans Bill of Rights, which includes the right to, I believe it was to access to highest quality prosthetic and orthotic care. Select the practitioner that best meets their prosthetic and orthotic needs, timely and efficiently. There's also the Americans with Disability Act, that's also known as ADA. It prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in employment, transportation, public accommodation, communication, and government activities. Timely and efficient prosthetic and orthotic care, transition and readjust to a civilian life in an honorable manner, including by having ample access to vocational rehabilitation, employment programs, and housing assistance. So as prescribed by a physician and surgeon or doctor of podiatric medicine, acting within the scope of his or her license. It also says that any copayment, coinsurance, deductible, and maximum out-of-pocket amount applied to benefit for orthotic and prosthetic devices and services shall be no more than the most common amounts contained in the policy. So technically, every insurer issuing group health insurance shall offer coverage for orthotic and prosthetic devices.
Current existing assistive technology for amputees are bicycles that have controls that are set up to be operated by one hand. The prosthetic side brake and shifter are flipped upside down and moved to the opposite side. Each brake lever is operated by one finger. There's also a product called the Arm. It comes complete with the Fox Racing shocks, custom-tuned compression-dampened elbow. This reduces impact force on the shoulder. The shock is interchangeable with an alloy rod for daily use. With these products, an individual can resume back to their normal activity, except pursuing the activity differently than before.